Hello, welcome everyone to another episode of the Virtual Ninja Show. My name is Heike, and today I have Benji with me. Benji, welcome to the show. It's the first time. Please introduce yourself.
Thanks, Heike. Pleasure to be here finally. My name is Benji Kovacevic. I work as a senior product manager in our customer experience engineering team, covering Microsoft Sentinel and Microsoft Defender XDR.
And that's why we have you here. Do we want to give a quick overview agenda, what we're going to talk about so the audience knows what to expect?
Yeah. The idea actually is to cover what's the latest and greatest of Microsoft Sentinel and Microsoft Defender XDR, especially with integration of Microsoft Sentinel inside of Microsoft Defender portal, where we have one portal for all our security tools.
Yeah, now we have different videos and resources out there, but this should also give everyone an overview, a summary of all the greatness and latest improvements for mostly people moving from the Sentinel world into the Microsoft Defender world. Yeah, to also make the best out of it there. And what is, Benji, the latest, greatest when we look into your demo?
What is the latest and greatest? That's the greatest question. What we are trying to do actually is to help our customers and their SOCs to actually be more productive and to stop hopping between the portals when they are investigating any kind of security incidents or when they are working anything that is related to their SOC operations. That can be not only from the perspective of SOC analysts, but also from the SOC engineer perspective or SOC architect. We want to stop people need to log into one portal to second, third portal to perform the task that actually can be done at one place. And that is what we are trying to do now with Microsoft Sentinel, integrating it inside of Microsoft Defender portal, where we can see everything that is coming from Microsoft Defender XDR and all the standalone products like Microsoft Defender for Endpoint or Microsoft Defender for 365 cloud apps. But now we are adding everything that is connected to Microsoft Sentinel inside of it as well.
So this is not new, right? So we are integrating Sentinel already for a while, and now everything has been completed and the migration has been finalized, I would say, if that's true. And customers now can benefit from additional functions and features in the Defender portal.
Yes, that is true. And it is getting all the benefits, like we mentioned, of Microsoft Sentinel and Microsoft Defender XDR in one portal. So you are getting all that features like global search, where you can use easily the search function to search anything that is related either to Microsoft Defender XDR or Microsoft Sentinel at one place. You can see the attack maps. So when you are going to the incidents, checking the incidents, you will see that the whole attack map that is coming in. And if you open one incident, for example, so let's go to our incidents queue. And let's open one that has Microsoft Sentinel and Microsoft Defender XDR inside of it. And how we can easily check that is also by filtering. And the filtering now works on Microsoft Sentinel as well. So I can filter by specific workspace, but I also can go and say service detection source. And from the detection source, I can select Microsoft Sentinel. And it will give me all the incidents that contains Microsoft Sentinel inside of the incident itself. So any alert that is inside of it. And then we can go and select, for example, the multi-stage one.
But this incident has only Sentinel alerts, right? Because you selected as a source only Sentinel.
No, and that is where the integration benefit actually comes into play, because we have the correlation engine of Microsoft Defender XDR, which before worked only on Defender XDR. So it was correlating alerts based on specific elements between Max Defender for Endpoint, Max Defender Office 365, etc., to get the whole picture of the incident inside of Max Defender XDR. Now, when we bring Max Sentinel inside of the Defender portal, we are extending capabilities of that correlation engine to work on the Max Sentinel as well. Here we have an example of one incident that is actually human-operated ransomware. And if we select on the alerts page, which will list us all the alerts that are part of this specific incident, we will be able to find different detection sources. So if we scroll to product name, we'll see different Max Defender products, which we are expecting, especially the EDR. But if we continue, we will be able to find Max Sentinel alert and that it is actually scheduled detection as a part of the same incident, and we will also see why it is correlated inside of this specific incident. In this case, it is similar IP. This correlation is actually helping us to see better story of the incident and to correlate what we are detecting from the first-party detections inside of the Max Defender XDR with any kind of additional data that we are ingesting inside of Max Sentinel SIEM. It will reduce our incident queue and give us better overview from where the incident is coming and what actually it is included, and we'll be able to triage it on much faster pace as we'll have also to lower the incident queue.
So, Benji, help me understand, if customers were using Sentinel in the Azure Sentinel portal before, and they had Microsoft Defender and maybe even the Defender alerts moved or like copied over to the Sentinel world, how was the experience versus now? Like, why is it now better to have all of this in the Microsoft Defender portal?
The big benefit is this correlation engine that we are just speaking about. We didn't have this in Microsoft Sentinel before. You had specific groupings that you could do on one detection. But you couldn't connect different detections inside of one incident. And you will need to go and actually search for specific information in Microsoft Sentinel manually to be able to get this kind of information that we are getting now automatically, and it is happening in few minutes after the detection is created and even before the detection is created inside of the incident. So it is much faster, and you are getting it updated as it is happening. As we are getting the new incidents that are part of this specific incident we are investigating, we are get more alerts inside of it and more evidence to see where it is actually escalating, where it is going, so that we can actually go and stop it on time and to see the full picture.
Talking about the full picture, I think you want to show this. I love the graph that also comes with a lot of extra features. Do you want to go there?
Yes. So like in the attack story, we actually now can see the whole graph experience that will actually give us all the connections between different entities inside of detection, and we can play a text story so that we can see actually how this incident happened and how actually it escalated to where it is now. And we can see how it is adding different detections, we can see entities and so on. And the great thing is the integration also with other solutions like exposure management. We can see further along to be only reactive but also proactive. If we see specific entity that we know, like, hey, maybe there is lateral movement that can be done from there, we can go and see, is there any exposure attack paths on that specific device that we could actually proactively isolate and stop attacker actually to spread to some attack Azure Key Vault or storage blob, etc.
So what do customers need to do to get there? So let's say there's someone now watching this episode and says, oh, wow, I want to see this. I want to get there. Like, how do you get your Microsoft Sentinel to the Microsoft Defender world?
Great point. So to be able to get this new experience, you actually need to onboard Microsoft Sentinel to Microsoft Defender XDR. This is not something that we are automatically enabling to our existing customers. So if you are our existing customer, you have Microsoft Defender XDR and Microsoft Sentinel, or even if you don't have Microsoft Defender XDR, you can onboard Microsoft Sentinel to this new experience on the security.microsoft.com portal, something that we call Sentinel only experience, and get all the benefits of the correlation engine inside of Sentinel only experience. So it's not mandatory that you are Microsoft Defender XDR customer. And to be able to onboard, we will need to go to settings page, select Microsoft Sentinel, and from this experience, we'll be able to see, are we already onboarded, which environments are onboarded, and if we have specific environments that we want to onboard, we will select it and we can connect them.
So what is in an environment here? Is this a whole? Is this a Sentinel workspace? Is this like what is an environment in your words in these Sentinel workspaces?
Yes. So this is Microsoft Sentinel Workspace. So enabled Microsoft Sentinel Workspace that is available on that specific tenant. And it is really important to know that also to be able to perform this action, the user that is performing that action will need appropriate permissions. So you will need global admin or security admin on Entra ID. And also you will need owner on the subscription or user access administrator and Microsoft Sentinel contributor on the subscription, resource group, or that specific Microsoft Sentinel instance that we want to connect.
And you can connect multiple workspaces, as I can see.
That is correct. So you can connect more than one, but it is important to say that one of them will be primary. So we can see here the notice on one of the environment that is primary. What primary means is that all incidents and alerts that are being generated by Microsoft Defender XDR will be only synchronized to this specific Microsoft Sentinel environment. The incidents and alerts from Microsoft Defender XDR will not be synchronized to any other workspace that you are connecting, that we are calling secondary workspaces. That is one. And second is that correlation will happen only inside of Microsoft Sentinel Workspace. We are not correlating any incidents and alerts between two different workspaces.
Okay, so what about there is a device EDR detection source and it would fit into multiple other alerts coming from different workspaces? They would not, I don't understand.
Normally, all data that is connected to that specific devices will be on the one specific primary workspace. That is normally global SOC. And secondary workspaces are normally more organized for the specific use cases, and they are not used with the global SOC. It can be either, for example, for compliance reasons, or it is different region. So you need to ingest data that is come from different region to that specific workspace that is hosted maybe in US, while your primary workspace is in Europe.
Okay, so this is a Sentinel logic, and for Sentinel users, that totally makes sense.
Yes. So any Sentinel will know why it is two workspaces, etc. So
Perfect. So now you selected this, and now is this already connected?
no. So to connect it, we actually need to select connect. That will actually go through the process of connecting, and we can see here that status is connecting now. And in a couple of minutes, at most, the whole experience will be refreshed, and we'll be able to see everything from that specific workspace inside of our environment. And we can now go and search the tables inside of it utilizing advanced hunting. We can go inside of incident queue and filter only that specific workspace and see the data from that specific workspace, etc. So we can now actually see the whole elements. We can go create detections on top of it and so on.
Okay, that's cool. And now that all the data that comes in, and I know that usually there is different permissions in the Sentinel world from, historically, and now there is the Defender world. Like, how does it work with the permissions? We talked about the permissions that you need to connect it, but what about now the permissions to see the alert, to act on the alert, to do all of these things?
That's a great question. from the permission level, when we speak about Microsoft Sentinel, nothing will change. To see any data of Microsoft Sentinel inside of our unified experience, incidents, search for the tables, get the access to the content like configuration, connect the data connectors, etc. You will need Microsoft Sentinel permissions, Microsoft Sentinel reader, responder, or contributor. And like if you already have those permissions, you don't need to do anything to be able to access this information once when you onboard. Where the change happens is with Microsoft Defender XDR. Because we were syncing all the incidents, alerts, or even tables inside of Sentinel, now with Microsoft Defender XDR, we will be able to control access to those data utilizing either unified RBAC, where we can control more granularly all the permissions that are connected to Microsoft Defender XDR, or Entra ID global roles like security operator, security admin, security reader, that we can get access and to see the data that is coming from Microsoft Defender XDR.
When someone enabled or like connected that now and it's connected, can they still use Sentinel and use this? Or is this now, sorry, you're gone here? now you can just use the Microsoft Defender portal.
So yes, so for all of our existing customers, and when I say existing customers, that means that customers that onboarded at least one Microsoft Sentinel workspace before 1st of July 2025, they will have both experiences inside of the Defender portal and inside of the Azure portal. They will be able to perform the same tasks, and all data will be synchronized between two portals. So if you make change in Azure portal, it will be synchronized to the Defender portal. If you make change in the Defender portal, it will be synchronized to the Azure portal. But from the 1st of July 2026, all customers will be able to access Microsoft Sentinel only in the Microsoft Defender portal. So from the 1st of July 2026, Microsoft Defender portal will be only portal for Microsoft Sentinel. And all customers will be automatically redirected to the Microsoft Defender portal.
Okay, so basically that's also a call to action for customers to start moving and using Microsoft Defender for the Sentinel data to get familiar, have the time for the transition until it then happens next year in July.
That is correct. From the 1st of July 2026, once when you come to Microsoft Sentinel inside of the Azure portal, like in this experience here, you will get the notification that the whole experience is moved to our unified SecOps experience, and you will get the link to actually navigate you back to Defender portal so that you can continue your operations. So this is the experience that all customers get from the 1st of July 2026.
I'm a Microsoft Defender person, so I know there is so many awesome features and functions. I have never really used Sentinel in the Sentinel portal, but I heard that there is a lot of goodness in the Defender portal besides the incidents for Sentinel people. What is your most exciting feature function that you now can use in the Defender world?
Yeah, so it's not only about moving inside of Defender to get like all the incidents in the one place, to get all the advanced hunting features inside of the one place. It is also about getting more benefits from additional features that we are developing, and that will be available only inside of Microsoft Defender portal. We already have a couple of them that are publicly available for our customers. For example, the cases. So you can go to the cases place, and you can actually create the cases, add the different incidents inside of the cases, and work on the investigation. And this will give you some additional benefits that are specific to cases, for example, to add attachments to the case that you are investigating, and being able to, like I mentioned, join multiple different incidents inside of one case for the investigation purposes and perform everything at one place. So that is one. And second, that is probably even the bigger, is the data lake. which is something that we just freshly announced this July, which is our initiative to get our customers security data lake, where they can ingest, store, and analyze large volume of security data at scale that they maybe don't want to ingest directly inside of the SIEM because they don't need it inside of the SIEM for detections, but they will need it maybe for hunting purposes or for the long-term retention and use it as evidence if incident happen. So now they can ingest all the data inside the data lake tier, which is far more affordable to the customers than the Sentinel SIEM that we called analytic logs, and have the benefits in the future and even ingest it back into Sentinel for the investigation utilizing scheduled jobs.
So, and then I assume that the Sentinel engineering team is developing additional functions, features, enhancements also in the Defender world versus Sentinel Azure portal only.
That is correct. And that's why we are getting all these new benefits. And it is not only about cases, it's not only about data lake, but also if we come to what everybody is speaking today about AI and integration with our security copilot, where we are getting all the benefits of the security copilot embedded experience inside of the Microsoft Defender portal, where we have all the features like incident summary, device summary, but also getting all these new agents, like the freshly announced phishing triaging agent, where you can utilize it to help you with your investigations and to speed up the SOC process.
So I know that there is probably a lot of resources out there to help customers get up to speed with that new experience. It's like, you're used to doing things in that view, in that order, and now it's different. And it's not that, it's just like we need to understand that for some people, it's a change. And how can we help them? What is your guidance or material that you would suggest customers to look at?
Yes, and I will totally agree with you, Heike. It's a change, and we need to help our customers to move to the new unified portal and to get the best and the latest of what we are inventing for them and where we are investing our time and money and how they can actually start utilizing these new features that we are bringing to them. We created something called Transition Guide, that is hosted in our docs, that customers can go through and get all the information and everything that is connected to the transition, what is the change, and what they can expect that will change once when you connect Microsoft Sentinel inside of Microsoft Defender portal. That is one. And the second one is that we created a series of YouTube videos. We can see how to handle, for example, the data connectors, how to onboard, how to discover additional content, threat intelligence, automation, and so on. So you can get everything that will be important for you from these short videos that you can quickly take a watch while you are drinking coffee, taking a break, and get the latest that we are investing inside of Microsoft Sentinel and Microsoft Defender XDR.
Cool. Also, for everyone, we will put all the links that have been mentioned in the description. You can find them there, easy click. And then I think there was a webinar, Benji. I don't know if you did the webinar or someone else did the webinar, but what was in the webinar?
Yeah, so we are also trying to have few webinars organized. We had couple before, and they are available on our Microsoft security community for watch, and you can go to our Microsoft security community and access those videos, webinars. But also, we will continue to bring new webinars. And sneak peek, we are waiting for one in November. So hopefully we'll be able to publish it really soon.
Perfect. So I think, Benji, we covered everything that we wanted to cover. So I think I say thank you for joining. Thank you for the demo that you prepared. And thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time. Bye.